Yeah. So now we'll come by next how to do a manual auditing. Okay. So you have seen like tool based. Anyway, you have a tool. So you are giving a result. You are anyway Nipper is giving the report and it is giving. So what about the Nessus? Suppose if you have the Nessus thing and you scan the report and you got a vulnerability, whether that vulnerability is really it is giving any negative or any false positive it is giving. So as an auditor, as a point of as a CISO or manager, you have to see whether it is correct or not. Okay. So I'm coming to the command, how suppose there is a vulnerability which you show like hostname should not reveal your make and model of your what we say like make and model of your organization or make and model of your device. Okay. So it you got a vulnerability, right? You got a vulnerability, and there is some questions. Everyone option not coming, sir. I'll post to all panelists. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So okay. So what is the command you have to check? You have to use show space host name. Okay. So that means I want to check my host name of the switch. Okay. So what is the recommendations you have to give as per the best practices? What is the best practices of suppose whether your host name should be configured as per your device? Suppose it is a Cisco device, whether you have to give a Cisco name of the Cisco, or you have to give some generic name. So chats has to tell. Now the participants has to say. Now the questions is to you only. Whether the host name is what is the host name I have to keep? Whether I have to keep my host name as per my organization policies or as per my the make and model of the device. So no questions as per the organization's policy. Neha ji, correct? Neha Yadav. And what else? Like whether it should be configured as per your organization policies. Okay, it's not like it is a Cisco device. You're given a Cisco something hyphen switch or Cisco one switch hyphen the location name. So never reveal your organization name as well as your make and model of the device. Okay, always you have to stick to your organization policies. So if you want to check, you have to go. You have to use this show host name command. Okay. So as I told, like there is a privilege users and unprivileged users, right? Suppose if I want to check, so how to check? Verify all username results returned to privilege level 1. Okay. Suppose there is a check, there is a audit, there is a finding which has been came. Okay, there is a some privilege level vulnerabilities are present. Okay. So how to check for that particular command? So you have to use this command show space privilege. Okay. So always you have to keep in mind like you should be always in the interface privilege mode only. Okay. That means you should be in the privilege mode in something if you are writing that should save your what we say like the default configuration of your device. Okay. A default device configuration lead to access to an attacker. So that is able to reach to the device. That means the default, suppose if you are not given a privilege, suppose if you have access your switch, you have configured your switch in a some level like which has been not given a privilege to particular username. Suppose type is the username. There is some usernames with user 1, user 2, user 3, user 4. N number of users are there. So what kind of privilege you are given? So always you have to keep in mind. So always there should be some kind of privilege it has to be given. So you have, what is there? What is the command for to check? So you are not in the position to check what is the command actually. Okay. So anyway, like tool has given that report, so you are going blindly. So that's not the case. So always you have to first you have to do with tool. Then again there are some kind of manual methods are there. So these are some of the commands you can execute at your switch level. Okay. Yes. So what is the default like default your usernames and passwords has to be it has to be removed, right? So username basic based authentication system is disabled and will be unable to modify the device without using the enable password. Okay. So always your it should not be like password should not be your username and all those things. Okay. It is always recommended to set the local user privilege as per the requirements. Okay. So what is the method you have to do? Like suppose when you're configuring any user, so you create a username You create a password also as point of your security. But have you ever observed, like when you are saving a local password or some enable password to the switch, so when you just open your configuration file, your password will also be viewed. Okay, so that means you are not encrypted that password actually. Okay, so that means as a best practice, you have to always encrypt your password. Okay, so how to encrypt that password? So we'll see in this next slide. Okay, yeah. So what is the default check VTY transport SSH? Okay, so that means your SSH you are configured. Okay, and you are given a version 2. Okay, and you are given a SSH2 and you have configured the SSH level 2. But is it secure that giving a SSH and giving a version 2 my switch is secure? It's not always secure, right? So my check should be, my audit point of view should, my audit value should be, you have to check my VTY, what exactly have been configured, right? So I mean like to whom I have been given a configuration, to whom I have been given access, okay? So perform the following to determine if SSH is the only transport method for incoming VTY logins, okay? So what is the command you use here? Show space run slash sec space VTY. VTY is your virtual terminal unit, right? And verify secure cell access is configured on all VTY. That means like VTY ke liye only Tayyab is the user, or another user is, some other users are also there, and some other user also there. So for on particular VTY only it has been given access. Okay. So the default value should be no transport input is defined. Okay. So that means if you are taking a default switch configuration, so all those things are by default it has been disabled. Okay. So what is the recommendation as part of your point of view? It should be configured VTY access and control restricts on the remote access. Okay. So these are some of the things which you can see. Yeah. So the next session, so you told RSR Mera SSH is already configured and I am using a version 2. So but version 2 I've been configured my VTY की particular user के लिए मुझे VTY access देना. But what about the timeout? So whether you have configured any timeout for that particular SSH session. So we have observed like there are a timeout which has been configured for the 10 minutes. Okay. So 10 minutes means like you are giving an invitation to others to compromise your switch. Okay. So always your the session timeout should be less than 2 minutes or 3 minutes, or as part of your organization policies. Okay. So always your connection timeout should be always less than some 2 minutes or 3 minutes. Okay. That means like you should not give a attacker a more time to execute or to run some kind of scripts so that your switch may get down at some level. Okay. So what is the command? So hash show space run secure VTY. Okay. Though this prevents unauthorizing users from misusing your abundant users. Okay. So if suppose any users are connected, so for suppose there is a, for example, your network administrator leaves for the day and leaves for the computer open with an enabled login sessions. So that means like your switch is there, your router is there, your firewall is there, but your network admin in some hurry. So what he has done is just configure a session in such a manner like there is a long session accessible. Okay. So that means he has not enabled a session timeout. Okay. So always you have to keep in mind as a best practice, you have to always configure as per your organization policies. Okay. Is this clear? Are you able to follow everyone? What I'm trying to say is, so now we are seeing a hardening of your network devices as part of manual checklist. Okay.